How's it going, everybody? I am standing next to the John Deere 956 Moco pull type Discbine. We haven't put it away yet for the season because there's another field I'd like to hit after we get done chopping corn. I got the tractor and chopper here. I just got back. It was over at my brother-in-law's because I did some custom chopping for him. He put up a bag. He's got a few beef cows over there and he wanted to put up a bag, so went over, took the wagons over, and I went over last night and chopped for him. Just brought it back today, and yeah, so like I said, still waiting for ours to dry down. A lot of people have asked me, like, how come you haven't even started yet? Well, you know, it's got to go by the crop. I mean, I'm not just gonna all that work that they did to put that new silo loader in, I'm not gonna, you know, ruin it or you know, make it worse trying to get it out by just throwing, you know, panicking and throwing green silage in there. But it's slowly drying down. We're slowly getting there, so we're gonna get started with that here soon. I still got a bag of corn silage down there, so I'm still feeding out of that. But when we are done, as long as it doesn't snow, you know, I'd like to, like I said, there's another field up the road here, up on the hill of second cut, and I'd like to get and round bale. So the way it's looking, once we're done with corn silage, we could be, you know, I could be making more baleage while my dad's starting on soybeans. That's kind of what we're looking at now. Things change, so I'm not going to say that's the plan, but that's kind of what we're shooting for. Excuse me, kind of what we're shooting for right now. But anyway, that's why this is sitting here, not put away yet. I want to throw the, you see we still got the quick hitch on the 45, so I can unhook the chopper, hook onto this, go mow, go bale, all that fun stuff. But anyway, I talked about doing a, you know, if you guys have subscribed to my channel for a while, we just got this in this off season. This is our first summer running this mower. The reason why we went to this mower, we had a New Holland HW340 for the longest time, and for anyone that's wondering, yes, that is gone. That sat here for a little bit, but that is gone. We traded that in for the round baler. That was part of that deal. That is now gone. Will's already sold that. He was quick with that. But we had the 340 for a while, so for years we ran a self-propelled Discbine, and at the end of last year, we knew the head was getting tired. We knew it needed some work, and we were just kind of hoping we could finish out the season, get through, and then figure out what we're going to do in the off season. Well, it didn't work, and last year I posted a video. My dad borrowed a John Deere 946 from a neighbor, and we finished up fourth cutting alfalfa with that. And he really liked it. I thought it cut really nice. He really enjoyed it. He said the John Deere cutter bar was a lot better than the New Holland one, and in his opinion. And just from having this, because he's the one that mowed that day, just from having this, I really like it. I mean, it's really, you see how the cutter bar is here, and you know, if you have to change a blade, it's nice to kind of go to this opening, and you can get a socket on here and change the blade out really easily. If you have to do the shear hub, it's really nice. You can take these bolts out, take the turtle off, and then take this bolt out, take that collar off, and you can pop the old hub out if it's sheared, and put a new one in there. They have little notches, I think it is, where you can line it up on there. Ugh. So your timing is right. Close this back up. Anyway, and plus we really like our John Deere dealership. Casanova Equipment is a great dealership, so going with the John Deere, that was another check on the positive side of going to the John Deere over the New Holland. But anyway, that's our opinion. I'm not saying that, you know, oh, John Deere is so much better, is the greatest thing in the world. That's what we like. That's our opinion. If you don't like it and you'd rather have a New Holland mower, more power to you. But anyway, so after a season of using this, like I said, we still got to knock down a field. If the weather lets us, I'll just keep going and knock down whatever's there. But anyway, figure we do a little overview on this, what we thought. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, we used to run a self-propelled Discbine, and now we're running a pull type Discbine. So what do I think about this? When we finally got it on the right tractor, I mowed with 3 different tractors on this mower this past summer. I mowed with the 4555, the 4055, and the 4250. When we borrowed the neighbor's 946, we used the 4250, and going into the year we could like, okay, well, we just bought the roller harrow, so maybe we should go a little, I don't want to say cheap route, but cheaper than a self-propelled, and go back to a pull type. Okay, let's look for them. We'll keep looking for a self-propelled, but we'll look at pull types also. Found my buddy had this one. He actually had 2. He had a self-propelled, and he had this one. So my buddy had a John Deere R450, and he had this mower. A lot of times this was the backup mower, but he said there was a lot of times they did run, you know, they did run both of them. The R450 was his main mower. He ended up buying a Krone Big M, so he had both of them. He was going to hang on to this. Anyway, he had the R450 for sale. Beautiful mower. I would have loved it. A little out of our price range, and he ended up selling to someone in Colorado, so that was pretty cool. Like I said, would have loved it, but just wasn't in the cards. So anyway, I talked to him at an auction, and I said, you know, you don't need this mower, you know, just joking around. I go, you don't need this mower. You should sell that to us. And probably a week or so later, he texted me. He's like, hey, were you serious about that? Would you really buy that? And I go, yeah, if you're thinking about letting it go, we'll come take a look at it. And love it. It's, like I said, it's done a great job. So very easy to work on, very easy, no complaints with it. Going from a pull type to a self-propelled, when you're hooked on, and you see how we can swing, you can swing this either way. Center pivot, so you can swing this either way, mow from each side. When I'm sitting in the cab and I got all the controls right here, and I'm looking out this way, whether I'm chopping, you know, my rake with the tarp on that side. I know I've had people tell me your tarp's on the opposite side. I like it on that side. I like that Kuhn does. I really like Kuhn products, but I like that it's on that side. My shifter, my throttle, my hydraulics, everything's on this side. I'm always looking out this way. So when I have the mower in that position, it's kind of off to my right, and I'm mowing like this. Great. When I'm opening up, that's the way I go. And then I open up the field, go back and forth, you know, works out great. It's when I swing it over to this side and I'm kind of looking back here, I got my, you know, my hydraulics, I'm kind of grabbing like this, looking back this way. Is it a huge deal? That's the one thing that's when I really missed the self-propelled. The self-propelled was so nice. You just sit there face forward, just so comfortable. You know, you can corner those fields so nice. It's just so simple, so easy to mow with. I don't want to say they're becoming, less and less people in my area are using self-propelled Discbines. If they're not going with pull types, a lot of the bigger farms are going with triple mowers. That seems to be the more popular thing around us. Like I said, I really, we found that out because, you know, trying to move our self-propelled, there just wasn't a lot of people in the market for one. Like I said, they either want a bigger pull type mower like this, or they want triple mowers. Or I've even heard Ed from Monroe Tractor was telling me they'll pull a mower like this, not do triples but do doubles, where they pull a mower like this and they have a mower on the front of their tractor. So so they're taking 2 rows at a time. But anyway, that was really my only thing with this, was when we're going back and forth and having the mower on that side. Other than that, it's a great mower. It really does. Going from the rolls to the flails, we were wondering how we'd like that. Didn't notice an issue on our alfalfa. I know a lot of mowing, when you buy the, no matter if you go with New Holland, Case New Holland, John Deere, you know, whatever mower, when you look at the pamphlet or the books or anything, flails are good for the dry hay, and they say when you're doing alfalfa you should do the rubber rolls, or because they're gentler on the crop. we didn't have any that we noticed anyway. We didn't have major leaf loss using this. Come to the back here, and I gotta get this all cleaned off here, but no, this one, nope, sorry, this one. Flails, open them up. We just opened this up for alfalfa. This is our windrow. I got it wide open right now, but so this is to adjust our flails. This is to adjust our usually I'll bring this down for alfalfa so it's more in a windrow, where for the hay that we're going to ted out anyway, we open it all the way up and spread it out as much as we can. So that's what those levers are for. Easy for me to say. So yeah, I used this mower on 3 different tractors. Started out on the 4055 just because we were using the 42. That's what it was. The 42 still had the duals on it, and we were finishing up with planting. So we put it on the 4055 just to get started on a few small fields. That handled it pretty good. Switched over to the 4250 when we put the 4055 on the baler and we were using it to haul the forage wagons and everything. Put it on the 4250. It did an all right job. If the ground was pretty flat, it went back and forth and handled this pretty good. I mowed with it. I was mowing, getting ready for my buddy to do some round baling. I mowed with the 4250 with this mower, and I was getting to the bottom of a pretty steep hill, and I was never out of control, but when I got to the bottom of the hill and I went to make my turn, you could feel, this is a heavy mower, and you could feel it push. So the next field we planned on doing after that one was up here, and it was pretty steep. So I told my dad, I said, listen, and he planned on mowing that while I was gonna jump over and do some baling. And I said, listen, if you plan on mowing that one, you got to take the 42 off it, and you got to put the 4555 on. Not only is this a more horsepower, but it's a heavier tractor, and you're going to be able to be in more control. I'd rather have too much tractor than not enough tractor, especially when you're dealing with hills. So we put this on here, and you know, the other thing with the 42 or the 4055 was this is 1,000 PTO mower, so I'd have to switch over to the 1,000. And I'd have to switch the PTO over to the 1,000 PTO. Okay, not a big deal. And then a lot of times, like alfalfa, for instance, if we were mowing with this, I'd pull the 42 off, change it back over to 540, so we could put it on the blower, or we could put it on the round baler, or we could put it back on the manure spreader, or the tedder, whatever we were doing with it. The only thing we usually have that's 1,000 PTO shaft is right here, the chopper and the mower. So that was another thing, like, might as well just stick with the 45. It's already a 1,000 PTO. This is the large 1,000. So I had an adapter. Oh, sorry, the grain cart also is a 1,000 PTO, but it's not like we use that all the time. So this is the 1 3/8 1,000. That would be the 4055 and the 42, and you know, whatever. This is the 1 3/4. So we could do one of two things. I could either put the adapter on the 4555, or, like I said, this is a mess. I just got done chopping with it. Or what I could do is I could slide this end off, and I could put it on the end of the mower, and just all of a sudden that's a large 1,000 PTO unit. So either way, it works. This handled it really well. Like I said, more than enough power, and so we just ended up leaving this on there because, for the most part, after tillage, we chop with this, and then it kind of just sits here. So we might as well use this tractor. I did say the perfect tractor for this would be a 7810. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Put a 7810 on this, that'd be great. But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. I do really like this mower. My buddy, anytime he sees me, he's, oh, how do you like the mower? Great mower. They took such good care of it. It's yeah, it's wide. I had someone one time ask me this summer, why did you buy such a wide mower? We had a wide mower, so I mean, you know, we planned on going from a 15-foot to a 13-foot, and didn't end up working that way. We ended up just sticking with a 15-foot. So we really do like this mower. So that's basically the quick wrap-up overview on the first season using this mower. Like I said, where the self-propelled, I'm sitting there facing forward, far more comfortable, easy to do corners, easy to, you know, I tried not to whip around so much when I was making my turns with the self-propelled, because I really don't want to tear up the grass or tear up the alfalfa when I'm mowing. But that was very, very simple to use. The only, and it's not a huge deal, but the only time I really miss the self-propelled is when I'm going back and forth, and this one's over on this side over here. That's, other than that, it's not a big deal. I do, you know, I do miss sitting, even when it's on this side and I'm looking back. It is nice just to sit and face forward and not have to look back. But the self-propelled has that over this. But you know what? The self-propelled is also a lot more money than this, because you're not just paying for the mower, you're paying for the engine and all that other stuff too. So it is what it is. Do I see us going back to a self-propelled mower? I don't know, maybe someday. This was a really good buy. We're really happy with it, and I don't see a mower being too high on the priority list now. I see so much other things we have to get, or we'd like to get before this. So yeah. Anyway, that's a quick overview of how the first season went with it. We love it. We think it's a great mower. Yeah, just need a 7810 for the front of it, and I think we're all set. But all seriousness, great mower. Glad we got it. Starting to sprinkle a little bit, so well, time to go feed cows, I guess. But hopefully at some point we finally start chopping corn. But hopefully this corn greens is too green. Hopefully it dries down and we're able to get it to around 50% so we can get it in the silo. But that'll be for another video. Stay tuned for that. Thumbs up if you like this video. Drop me a question or comment below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thumbs up to you. I totally appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, everybody.